It fell shut. In the blink of an eye, they were gone. As soon as Ace and Lotus were gone, Junpei and the others leapt for the door in pursuit of Ace. Honestly, if Ace was smart, he would just kill Lotus here. But as Junpei laid his hands on the doorknob, there was a noise from behind him. He looked over his shoulder. God damn it, what the fuck is wrong with her? June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily. Hey, June, what happened? Are you alright? Santa ran to June and wrapped his arm around her before she could collapse all the way. Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay? June's fever had returned, and again, for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watering, her eyelids drooped, her breath came in dry, shallow gasps. I'm okay. Really, I'm fine. You should be worried about Lotus. She was breathing hard now, and she could barely summon the strength to talk. Junpei was torn. He couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in, but every moment they waited, Ace was farther away, Lotus's life in his hands. What was Junpei supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei's. She managed to muster a weak smile. That boy, don't worry about me. I just need a little rest. I'll be fine. Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time. So please, save Lotus. Think about what Ace has already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's gonna let her just walk away? Damn it. You guys go ahead. As soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go! Junpei looked at June. She nodded once. She couldn't manage much more, but it was all the confirmation Junpei needed. His resolve was set. Alright. Come on, Seven, we're going after Ace. Hell yeah! Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you. Santa nodded. Junpei turned, and before he had a chance to change his mind, and started running towards the door. You could hear Seven's heavy footsteps behind him. Let's go. Junpei and Seven exploded into the hallway, their feet pounding the middle floor as they ran. Santa, June, and Ninth Man. It's all set up. It could be. Pant, pant, pant. Junpei and Seven had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their lungs struggled to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room. No sign of Ace or Lotus. You think they already went through? He reached up to wipe a palm full of sweat from his brow. Maybe. Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on his way to the larger number 9 door. He looked at the red. The display panel read vacant. He spun around and headed towards a smaller door. This red would tell him if Ace and Lotus had moved to another room. Engaged. It's occupied. That means Ace and Lotus went through here. Yeah, it seems like it. Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk. What do we do now? Yeah, what should we do? Sorry, I was just thinking about something. But the big door's still vacant, but the two of us can't do anything with it. Yeah, first of all, our digital route isn't 9. Just then, as they were pondering what to do next. Oh, are we gonna find out who's in the coffin? There was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden panel. Junpei looked up, surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room, looking for the source of sound. It wasn't too long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it. The coffin. Yeah, let's open it. How? By force. I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, you never know till you try, right? The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Who said that? I forgot. Anyway, we gotta try. Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed hold of what purchase they could find and pulled. Damn it. See, didn't I tell you? If you could just pull it open, why would it have something like that? Seven pointed at the keypad on the side of the coffin. Right, so unless I pull it in the right put in the right passcode, it's not going to open. The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, as it continued, it only got louder and more forceful. What were they supposed to do, Junpei wondered. Was there some sort of clue somewhere? They stood there for a few moments staring at the coffin, and then Seven spoke. Hey Junpei, I remember you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first class cabin. You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? Truth is gone or something like that. Yeah, that's right. What about it? Well, maybe that number is the passcode for this thing too. Come on, that's impossible. Those numbers were the code to unlock that safe. Yeah, but the person who set up that safe in this coffin is the same person, right? Zero set up both of these. Yeah, probably. Well, they might have set up the same passcode for the same thing. That's ridiculous. Why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not like you'll make things any worse. It'd just be a waste of time. There's no way they're going to be the same number. How do you know that? You never know until you try. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Who said that? You. I would just try and talk to the guy, yeah. I would knock on it too. He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps it was because he'd repeated them so many times before. The numbers came easily to Junpei's mind. 1438. Fuck. 14384321. I think I'm wrong. Oh, I was right. 1438433. Oh, 3421. Fuck. No, I was missing. Fuck. I was one off. Quickly, he typed them in. 14384321. He checked that he'd entered the right numbers, took a deep breath, and pressed the E button. It took only a moment. What? You've got to be kidding me. There was a click. And with it, a heavy clunk, and the lid of the coffin slid off onto the floor. Someone sat up from inside. I guess Snake, I guess. Yeah. Snake! You... Why? Oh, those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they elsewhere? Of course, there was no reason Snake would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There was a great deal he needed to know, but... They had to tell him something, however, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he came to be locked in the coffin. Apparently he'd been hit with some sort of knockout gas, and Junpei and Seven explained what had happened to the rest of them. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say, oh my fucking god, that Ace had killed Clover. They feared that if Snake knew, he might well go insane. They decided that as much by a look the moment Snake had climbed out of the coffin. Snake's story explained frustratingly little. Zero's true identity was a mystery, as were his intentions. Why had Zero put Guy X in Snake's clothes? If Zero had left a note for them to say the nunnery game had been played 9 years before, was there some connection? Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating. What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying. It seemed as though Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good. No matter how many times they asked, he insisted that he knew nothing. It was becoming clear that Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted. Their time limit was fast approaching. Snake's release from the coffin had changed nothing. They still needed to follow Ace as quickly as possible. However, they stood in silence, the overpowering atmosphere of the chapel, almost stifling. Junpei, Seven, and Snake simply looked at the lost for what they should do next. What do we do now? He glanced over at Snake's wrist. Surely enough, he could see the 2 on the bracelet on Snake's wrist. The 3 of us can't make it a digital route of 9. Yeah, we just get 5. We're stuck here then. Oh, hey, I just remembered something. Oh, do you have Clover's fucking... Oh, he has Clover's bracelet? Seven began to pat his pockets as if he were checking to see if any of them had... Oh, wait, but you're gonna... What is it? Oh, you have to explain it. I found something earlier. What did you find? This. He'd finally found the pocket he wanted and his hand dove into it. Seven pulled out something round and metal. Oh. There was no mistaking the number glowing at them from the face like a cartoon eye. 0. Okay, so it's gonna be 7 and Snake going in there. Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet? Yeah. Where did you get that? Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he'd learned the truth, if he'd been able to see, he would have noticed 7 look away. Clover gave it to me. She did? Yeah. How'd she come by it? Well, she found it, you see. On the other side of door 1, an A deck, in the captain's quarter. She asked me to hold on to it because it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around. It was a lie, and Junpei knew it. I haven't actually looked yet. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know. Basic stuff. But I did borrow one thing. Alright, Junpei. Been nice knowing you. What? What? Come on, man, I'm just kidding. Still, just in case, I want to make sure the 0 bracelet gets picked up by the red. Snake, give me a handle, right? Without waiting for a response, he started walking toward the door. Junpei and Snake followed him, quietly. Before long, they found themselves in front of a larger of the 2 doors. 7 and Snake put their palms on the red. Once they'd done that, 7 put the number 0 bracelet on the scanner panel as well. I mean, don't you think they should have thought about this before leaving? Like, having a party that would add up to 9? It's like convenient they got Snake, but it's like, man... Like... I don't know. But I guess, like, they wouldn't have been able to do anything without just, like, you know, dragging fucking Santa and June, basically. So I guess that really wouldn't have necessarily worked out. They should have just brought them, man. Fuck being dizzy. Just carry her. Now they need to pull a lever and the door would open. Error. Huh? Why isn't it opening? Well, the 3rd asterisk lit up, so it must have registered the 0 bracelet. Maybe it isn't actually 0. Huh? What? That bracelet might not actually produce the number 0 when scanned. That is what I'm saying. Why don't we try a few different combinations? Perhaps we can determine what the number of that bracelet actually contains. Junpei nodded. They decided to use the following combination. Let's try everybody. Snake, Junpei, 7, the mysterious bracelet. If that combination worked, then the mysterious bracelet's number was 4. However... Error. The door didn't open. The mysterious bracelet's number wasn't 4. Junpei continued. They decided to use the following combination. Alright. Well... I think I'd rather go with Snake. Ah, 7's pretty good too. He's a cop. But I know Snake can fuck people up, actually, I swear. Like, he's ready to fuck people up. But 7's a cop. 7 is pretty fucking real. I think 7's a legit choice here. Snake can also necessarily be a liability as far as, like, puzzle solving goes. 7's just stupid, but I don't know. If we're gonna chase someone down, it's probably better to have someone that's not blind. He's a martial arts master, but like he still can't see. He doesn't have a thing, so yeah. But he's blind, so like if we're chasing someone, we'd have to like drag him with us, right? So I'm gonna go with 7 here. 7's a big fucking boy. Junpei and 7 is 12, which is 3. If that combination worked, then the mysterious bracelet's number was 6. They scanned the bracelets in. Oh, it is. It opened. So it would seem. 7 clearly hadn't thought their experimentation would produce anything useful and looked rather confused. Snake was, as usual, calm and smug. The door slid closed. Junpei's forehead furrowed as he thought. That meant the number for the mysterious bracelet was 6. But how could it be 6? The display on the bracelet clearly showed a 0. Suddenly... wait. Is it? Is it in? No, it wouldn't be 6, right? If it was, I was gonna say, is it hexadecimal? But hexadecimal would be 16 for if it was 0, right? Or wait, no, I guess the 10 would be. So maybe it's 10 in. I don't fucking know, man. With it came the sound of water pouring into the parts of the ship that had, until recently, been dry. Oh man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh? At any rate, we know now that the door can be opened. Let's go. But, Snake, are you sure? Yeah, no. Oh, wait, 10 is a... Fuck, sorry. So, sorry, it would have to be... I guess it would be... Sorry. Not 10 in hexadecimal, but actual hexadecimal 10 is what I meant to say. Like, it's only showing the singles place, but it's actually 10. Which would be 16, though. It wouldn't be, like, 15, unfortunately. That would be pretty great. So not saying it's an actual number 10 in base 10 that would be an A in hexadecimal. I mean, that's a base 10, a base 16 10, I guess. But it doesn't add up like you guys are now saying. Yeah. You know that only Junpei and I can go through this way. You don't need to worry. I have a solution to this problem. My last resort, but if now is not the time for last resorts, then when? Last resort? Maybe it's 10 and more for genetic base. O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. God damn it. God damn it. Oh. Junpei, Seven, and Snake ran full tilt down a long straight hallway. Wait, how is Snake in there? They were headed for the stern of the ship and had no time for distractions. As they ran, Seven spoke. Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I couldn't figure out how the hell you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat? As I told you, it was the last resort. Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion. I imagine most people would have taken it to mean that I was zero. Once they'd convinced themselves of that, I wasn't optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in a situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off. What? He'd simply remove his bracelet. How? To Junpei, it looked as though Snake had simply crushed the bones of his hand. Oh! It's because he's got a prosthetic fucking arm. Ah! Of course, that would have been practically impossible, so how had he done it? My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm. Snake had slid the bracelet off and tossed it into the coffin. With it gone, he'd had little to fear from the numbered doors. He'd walked through the doors easily without authenticating. He'd stepped on the other side and skated and began running down the hallway, alongside Seven and Junpei. They kept running for a while longer. I mean, couldn't you also, just chop off your hand or something? They stopped and peered down the staircase. As far as they could tell, it went all the way from the bottom of the deck. There didn't seem to be any flooding. They nodded quickly to one another and jogged down the stairs. He knows what number he is because it's written in the letter, in the braille letter that was in his pocket when he woke up in his room in the very first puzzle when you're alone. It took only a few minutes to make their way to the bomb deck. There was a single hallway in front of them, at the end of which there was a single door. Junpei threw it open. Inside was a massive iron gate. A plate was affixed to the top of it. It read, "Incinerator." Is this a fucking... incinerator? Oh my, that doesn't sound very pleasant. Do you see a lever near the gate, perhaps? Yeah, right over here. How'd you know that? Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it should only take half a day or so. Ugh. Junpei grumbled and gave Snake a dirty look and jogged over to the lever. If you pull it, the door ought to open. Got it. He pulled the lever open. With the rumble of an ancient motor, the door opened. There was no need to hold back and no time to hesitate. They pushed their way inside. Standing in front of them were Ace and Lotus. God, he still got her. Ace still held the revolver in his hands. It was still pressed hard against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise had begun to form near the tip. Even from several yards away, Junpei could see that Lotus was shaking. She was terrified, but perhaps more interesting was what Junpei saw behind them. 9. Another number 9 door. But why? Why was there another one? The door stopped Junpei in his tracks. It simply shouldn't have been there. As if his brain finally began to consider why, the whine of a warning klaxon filled the air, drowning any thought. Warning, warning, emergency incineration. Command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 9 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Oh my, how exciting. You've run quite a show here, Zero. A terrifying smile twisted Ace's face. What's the matter, too frightened to understand? Here, let me explain. It's said that the incineration system is about to activate. In 9 minutes, this room will be engulfed in flame. Who are you? You don't recognize me? I'm hurt. It's me, Snake. Snake? Ah, yes, you are alive. I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. I'm quite glad to see that you're alive. Ace's voice didn't change. Snake ground his teeth. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get here? Snake, Junpei, 7. The three of you couldn't have opened the door without a 9. Did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps? Oh, shit, you went and said it. What? Uh-oh. Oh, well, your reaction suggests that you didn't know. Hold on. Why do you think we'd have Clover's bracelet? Junpei felt his chest tighten. Oh, they haven't told you. Told me what? Clearly not. Normally I'd take some time and enjoy the moment, but I'm afraid my time is premium just now. I'll have make this quick. Clover... No, don't do it, Ace! Keep your goddamn mouth shut! Clover... I said stop it! Don't listen to him, Snake. Junpei could feel his voice going hoarse, but Snake didn't listen to him. What happened to Clover? Ace looked at him. The corner of his mouth curled into the hook of a cruel smile. Clover died. Shit. The color left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly. No, that's not true. That's impossible. It's a lie. It has to be a lie. Oh, it's quite true. I can assure you of that. I killed her myself, you see. What? I'm sorry, did I stutter? I killed her. Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, mottled red rising to dot his pale skin. His entire body shook. He looked to Junpei disturbingly like a demon. I would have rather she died with less suffering. A bullet in her brain perhaps would have been ideal. Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of noise. Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to sell for the knife. The one the ninth man had, you remember. I believe I caught her just below the shoulder blade. I was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her ribs. Her flesh was so soft. My knife slid in so easily there was no resistance. The feeling was, I confess, I feel rather excited. It was a powerful memory. Someday, perhaps, I hope I can feel it again. Incineration will begin in 7 minutes. I'm going to kill you. Snake's words were a guttural growl, barely audible. I'm sorry, what? I'm going to kill you. Oh, so you're going to kill me. Please do. Come now, I'm waiting. Don't do it, Junpei. Don't listen to him, Snake. Stop it, kid. He's screwing with your head. Is there some problem? What are you waiting for, boy? Don't you want me to send you to join your sister? Don't! Snake! Don't do it! But Snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. Wah! Gah! Snake moved like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incineration chamber, full of rage and despair. Snake! Snake! Oh my fucking god. Yeah! Another scream filled the air. It was Lotus. She ran across the room towards Junpei, her eyes white with terror. Snake's ill-fated attack had loosed Ace's grip on her, and she'd made a run for it. She'd reached Seven and Junpei and ducked behind them. Junpei could feel her fingers on his arm, tight enough to be painful, keeping him between her and Ace. Incineration will begin in 5 minutes. Give me the woman. He raised the gun. I need her. Without her bracelet, I will be unable to open this door. Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans. In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. Okay, it's time to lay a trap with the Zero bracelet, right? Like, trick him and be like, exchange it, yeah. Oh, that's how you do it, man. Then you can lie and just be like, you know, let me go, and... You know, that's the play. Quickly now. I don't have time for your shenanigans. I see. And it would seem I have no choice. The rest of you must die as well. Fortunately, I have 5 bullets left. 1 for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of idiotic man you call Seven. I'll take Lotus's body with me and leave this room. Incineration will begin in 4 minutes. It's time for play of the game right here, man. This is the time. What looks as though our time together is at an end. I'd rather enjoy playing with you. Goodbye. Junpei could see Ace's fingers tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze down the trigger. Can't you just, like, dodge? I mean, you can't really dodge a gun, but, like, I don't know how big this room is, but it's, like, I mean, he doesn't have, I mean, he has a lot of extra bullets, but it's, like, I don't know. If all of them charge at him at the same time, it's pretty likely that they could at least wrestle the gun from him. Snake stood up. What the fuck? What? No, that's impossible. For the first time, Ace's composure broke. With obvious effort, Snake lunged forward, 1 step closer to Ace, then another. He looked, for all the world, like a zombie. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. His voice was the mournful wail of the undead. Stay away from me. Get back. Stop. If you come any closer, I'll... Get away from me. Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake did not stop. He continued his stiff, inexorable approach, his eyes twin pools of pure fury. Listen to me. I said don't come any closer. Shit, you bastard! Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. What the fuck? 5 times the air in the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched as 5 clouds of blood and torn flesh leapt into the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Snake made a strange sort of choking cough. And then his strength was gone. His legs crumbled, and his broken and battered body slid to the floor. Incineration will begin in 3 minutes. But Snake wasn't done. Even as the pools of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid towards Ace. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg, and the other gripped his thigh with a strength that should have been long gone. You son of a bitch! You're a monster! Get off me! Let me go, damn you! He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face, his arm, his shoulder. It made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake had ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it. This is it. This is it, Ace. We're gonna burn to death, together. What? Incineration will begin in 2 minutes. Ah! Damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! What's everyone else doing right now? Okay, look, think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent doctors. You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure they can fix you up easily. You don't have to die. You can be saved. Just let me go. Pathetic, begging for your life. Then Seven and Lotus began to speak. Junpei could hear the tears in their voices, and their wounds were strained. Snake, that's enough. You can stop now. Yeah, that's right, Lotus. Or that's right, Snake. You've had enough. Come on, Snake. You can go. We can get out of here. You have to come with us. We have to leave together. Snake turns towards them. He coughed, and blood splattered across the door. And he smiled a sort of sad smile. I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me. Shut up, be quiet! I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me. Now go! Go now! You have to go! Incineration will begin in 1 minute. God damn it, shit! We're out of time! We have to go! Seven ran towards the exit. Lotus followed him. But Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines down Snake's chest where tears had washed the blood away. He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow to clear the lump in his throat. Junpei, what are you doing? You have to get out of here now. Junpei's chest tightened, pulled taut by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness. Pure emotion surged through his heart alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel it building, a tremendous wave, growing taller and taller and taller, and then it broke, crashing down with thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind. Snake! Snake! Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now, and he launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or he tried to. Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei! He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was Seven. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arm to his sides and was hauling him bodily back towards the door. No! No! I have to help Snake! 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 Get off of me! Let me go! Incineration will begin. 10 seconds. Oh my god, 10 seconds. Ah! Ah! 7. 6. Damn it, I don't got a choice, kid. Don't blame me for this, alright? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gates 2 and 3 are locked now, beginning incineration. Junpei felt Seven's fist bury itself deep in his stomach, and then his legs turned to mush. Seven scooped him up in the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lois only a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door. There was a small window cut into it. Inside he could see Ace and Snake. Shit, why? Why me? I don't deserve this! Answer me! Answer me, Zero! Why? Why? Zero! Zero! Damn the fire. It's amazing they can hear through that. Zero! He didn't know how much time passed. He didn't know how long he stood there, in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side. Lois's face was ashen, and if not for the hand she'd put against the wall, Junpei didn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired, and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. Junpei said nothing. He simply began to walk toward the open door in the hallway they'd come down earlier. Hey! Wait, Junpei! Junpei, where are you going? He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped. You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June. You're gonna bring them here? How? Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait. Alright? He began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. He turned around again. He knew where he was going. When they'd walked through the hallway earlier, he'd noticed an elevator at the end of the side hallway. If it still worked, then maybe... Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it. He pushed it, and the door opened. Junpei was in the large hospital room. June, Santa! He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. But try as he might, he couldn't find them. Ugh, damn it! Where'd they go? Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. He had no choice. We'd have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. He couldn't shake the feeling, but there was a part of him that felt it would be wrong to, even if he could. With every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. I can't believe they're fucking not here. What the fuck? Sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside, expecting to find nothing, but there on the red carpet in the center of the room. June! No, code names didn't matter any longer. She was that girl. That girl! Junpei cried her name and ran. Like lightning, he ran across the room towards her. Oh my god, she fucking... Oh man, that girl! He stumbled to a stop. As he looked down at her body, lying so still to the floor, he felt the icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still, so very still. No, it couldn't be. It was impossible. Slowly, Junpei bent down towards her. His hand shook, and he felt very cold and very hot at the same time. He forced himself to look. Her back. Her back was moving. Slowly, it rose and fell. Relief washed over him. That girl! Junpei reached down and gently, very gently, lifted her up. That girl! That girl! Are you alright? Dat boy. Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Trembling, Junpei wrapped an arm around her back. She was cold. Very cold. Junpei tried to convince himself that it was only his imagination, but she felt as though she were fading away. He could feel his heart pounding frantically in his chest. Oh man, that girl. What the hell happened to you? You feel... That girl, I'm sorry. Her voice was very faint. I might not make it. No way. No way am I gonna let you die. I'm gonna save you, I promise. Thank you, that boy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, that boy. Really happy. Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You've just gotta hang on, alright, that girl? That boy, did you know? Wow, it's the same speech. You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart like a white-hot flame. He looked down at Akane. Game over. There was a crack of static from above his hand, and a voice spoke. 0. You son of a bitch! Where are you hiding? Junpei frantically scanned the ceiling for the source of the voice. I am right here. I've always been close to you. What the hell are you talking about? No matter. I'll tell you again. Game over. The game has ended. Game over, yeah? No, it hasn't. I'm not gonna let it end yet. I'm gonna get out of here with that girl. You can't. That is impossible. Why? Because you chose the wrong path. The wrong path? That is correct. Your path was inevitable, however. Admit defeat. Where there is shadow, there is light. Where there is light, there is shadow. So it goes. What are you talking about? It matters not. The loser has been decided. I told you, I'm not gonna lose. No, you misunderstand. You haven't lost. I have lost. What? Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. He heard the door slam shut behind him. He spun around. There was no one there. Was it Zero? What the fuck? That girl, wait here. I'll be right back, I promise. She managed a single nod. Junpei laid her back down gently and left for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. The hallway was empty. There was nothing moving anywhere. Damn it! He didn't want to leave that girl alone any longer than he had to, so Junpei turned around and headed back to the chapel. What the fuck?! That girl? She wasn't there. She wasn't anywhere. She'd been lying there on the floor just moments before, and now she was gone. Oh god, no. Where is she? That girl. That girl. That girl! His cries split the heavens themselves. He screamed until his voice gave out. Then he screamed some more, but there was nothing. No answer. His voice faded away, and all that remained was cold, unfeeling silence. That was when he noticed it. A strange smell, one he'd smelled before. The smell of a peculiar white smoke. 9 seconds later, Junpei's mind, 9 seconds later, winked out. Of course it's 9 seconds. What? Fuck! Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Now this I can end on this cliffhanger. I think I will sleep after this. I'm a little disappointed at the fact that it really was just like Snake trapped in that coffin and like somehow like basically there was some interference. So I'll have to do the final or more endings later. But I gotta sleep now. It's 7:15 in the morning and I gotta wait because, you know, what the fuck is this? Wow, this is like the, wow, this is how real. Now it is time. Let our game begin. Is this? Would you like to keep Yes. I'll be continuing on Tuesday, yeah. I pretty much just play every... I just want to see what it was. Oh, so we get the note. The note is the icon. Next Tuesday then. Yeah, AX is this weekend. I leave tomorrow. I leave on Thursday. It's Wednesday morning now. Probably won't stream today. I think I'm just gonna be packing stuff for AX. So I leave tomorrow, but I don't think I'll be streaming this today. I gotta basically fix my schedule because I gotta wake up. I need to leave the house here at like 10 in the morning, and it's 7 in the morning. I haven't slept yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this, fix my schedule in 2 days, but I'm gonna try. Unless I just stay up today. I guess I could stay up today, but no. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Man, was that that was a run. We will resume this tomorrow. Sorry, next week. No. I'm not going to. That is a good idea, but it's not a good idea. I'm gonna try and sleep and fix my schedule that way. At least that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, yeah, see you later, Rito. Alright, take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week. And yeah, this was... what a run.